Exposing what the narcissist wants from you after you break up with them. Welcome to another episode. In today's video, we will be getting to the bottom of what the narcissist wants from you, especially when you're not with them, or after you break up with them. First, I want to emphasize to you how important it is to emotionally detach ourselves from a narcissist for the rest of our lives. People need to understand how important this is because narcissists can stop us from moving on even when they aren't with us anymore. There are two things that can keep you connected to a narcissist, even if you've done everything you can and don't talk to them, or barely have any contact with them. It doesn't matter how you got rid of the narcissist, or how they got rid of you. One sure thing is, as long as they're still a narcissist, you may never be truly safe. There are three things that could happen after you're done with a narcissist. First, some people might get right back up and keep living. They're strong enough to accept the truth and immediately move on with their life and goals. Secondly, there are people who have to work a little harder to get out of their mental and emotional chains. I'm talking to people who still love the narcissist even though they've been hurt by them. The third type is people who are filled with anger and resentment because they don't like the narcissist. Maybe they have had cheated on, humiliated, or even destroyed by the narcissist. This video will focus on the last two groups because they're still connected to the narcissist in some way, and the longer it takes, the more dangerous it becomes. Narcissists are known for how emotionally invested and dedicated they are to their victims, and these two categories are proofs that narcissists can still ruin our lives even after we're not with them. The good thing is that we can still figure out what's wrong. Remember that as long as you care about the narcissist emotionally, whether it's love or hate, you're still at risk. I can even say that you're still indirectly under their influence. Let's start with the love part. Some people do still fall in love with narcissists, even after everything they've been through. Still, there is a hope or desire that the narcissist will come back, show up, or even pick them up again. Some people would rather be sucked up by the narcissist because they're in a trauma bond. After all, not every time you talk to the narcissist is bad, and you may keep thinking about the good parts. During the love bombing phase, they did treat us like we were important and loved. People find it hard to believe that in just a few months, someone can go from being their dream partner to their worst nightmare. People still think very hard, trying to figure out what's so wrong with them, that the narcissist ended up treating them like that. While in reality, there's nothing wrong with them, they are just caught up in the narcissist's endless trap. If you're in this situation, I want to tell you that you need to change how you think about the narcissist, and that change must start with acceptance. Accepting that they're not who they say they are is the first thing to realize. You have to admit that you have a problem here, which is the same for trauma bonds as it is for any other problem. Those of us who still want the narcissist, even though we know they're a bad influence, may have a trauma attachment, and we need to get rid of it. To avoid rationalizing or denying the narcissist's bad behavior, it's a good idea to write down or keep a journal of all the bad things he or she has done or said to you and how they made you feel. You can look at it when you start missing the narcissist, which will be helpful. You may also want to talk to a professional about what happened, how it hurt, and how you feel betrayed. Many people can find comfort and even peace in this. Don't forget to take time for yourself, do the things you enjoy, and think about the people who make you happy while you're going through the motions. This method will make it easier for you to get your confidence back and stay away from the narcissist. As a way to love and improve yourself, it's a good idea to keep a notebook in which you only write nice things about yourself, your loved ones, and your dreams. Second, let's talk about why people would hate narcissists so much that they can't let them go. I want to stress this point. We have to realize that holding a grudge against a narcissist is much worse for our own health than it is for that person. And if you're worried or concerned about what or how the narcissist will do next, you might feel tense or even paranoid. All the stress and negative energy you're exposed to every day could hurt your nervous system and make you unable to do a thing. To put it simply, it makes you sick on the inside and outside. There isn't much difference between love and hate, so the feeling is pretty much the same. When you hate them so much, it's the same as you love them because you'll invest your attention and emotion in the narcissist, which gives them enough supplies for amusement. After taking everything from us, the narcissist doesn't really need our time, energy, or emotions anymore. They want to fill your mind and heart with their own thoughts and feelings. But if you keep directing your emotions toward them, they'd be getting a free meal this way. We should try to get to the point where we know everything about them and no longer care about them. We need to get to the point where they don't affect us anymore. Even though we have to deal with them every day, we no longer care about them. It's important to remember that narcissists can be hard on your emotions. Remember that we need to become emotionally detached if we want to get out of the narcissist's grip. There is neither love nor hate here. There is only indifference. As always, thank you for watching this video, and I hope my explanation was helpful. Feel free to tell us what you think and what you've experienced in the comment section below. For future videos, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and clicking the bell icon below the video. Thank you. Exposing the narcissist hatred and inabilities, and how you can't rely on them. In today's video, let's get to the bottom of what makes narcissists hateful and helpless, and why you can't count on them. In my previous videos, I talk about how narcissists treat the people in their lives with disdain or even hatred. They smile and say nice things to you because they think you're weak and naive, and they can use you for their purpose. Narcissists have two lives. Their public persona is almost perfect. They take a lot of effort to build their image, and they use fake friendliness and charisma to get people to like them. However, they're dangerous behind the doors, like venomous snakes. It's not easy to understand what they're cooking up inside their minds. They're master manipulators who have the power to mess up people's lives. There is no reason to believe that narcissists won't change, and that you will be the only one hurt. Do you really think it's possible to eat poison and not get sick? Unless you already have the antidote inside you, the answer is no. In this short video, I talked about the fact that the narcissist hates everyone, no matter who they are. Because the narcissist doesn't care if you've done something wrong or that you've been doing good things for them. This isn't about you or everyone else, after all. It's all about them. There are many reasons why the narcissist hates you. And today, I'll tell you why you should never trust a narcissist. It's important to keep in mind that narcissists can dislike you for any reason. The narcissist has no limits when it comes to how much they hate. They can hate you even if they don't know you or have never met you because you have something they don't. It's also important to note that giving your love and attention to them will not make them like you in any way. Neither will work, nor will giving them everything they want to make them love you. The narcissist would hate you for no good reason, but I'll give you 3 that will show you why you shouldn't trust a narcissist. First, they're so envious of you that they want to be just like you. Most of the time, yes. Narcissists are often jealous. Narcissists wish they could enjoy life as much as we do, and it's not just because we're smarter or have more money. So, even though they try very hard to make us feel small and insignificant, we have everything they could possibly want here. To them, we are nothing more than a source of happiness, hope, and light. Narcissists won't be able to be happy on their own, which is why they're jealous, because they want everything for themselves. The fact that we have things they don't or can't have made them hate us. If they had a chance, they would gladly take those things away from us, even if it meant ruining our lives. Narcissists see you as a threat to their very existence. Which brings us to the second reason why a narcissist might hate you for no reason. I mean that their anxiety makes them afraid of you, and thus they hate everything you do. They think they're always at risk of being cheated on, attacked, or hurt in some other way, even though this is often just in their heads. Even when we don't touch them whatsoever, they will think that we're cooking up something to get them. This is really too much in their minds. It changes how they think about everyone, even the people they care about them. They can't make real connections or have healthy relationships because they think everyone else is an enemy. They think everyone might hurt or take advantage of them at any time. Because the narcissist's mind is dark, complicated, and full of insecurities, they live in constant fear. Fear drives them, which makes them hurt and hate other people. Third, they hate themselves, which is the last reason why they would hate other people. Even though they try to make a good impression, they hate themselves, their inabilities, and their fake images. They may want to be real for once, but then again, there's nothing they can be proud of about themselves. At least, that's what's on their mind. Don't get me wrong, many narcissists are, in fact, geniuses who have accomplished many things. However, what's inside their minds prevents them from enjoying their accomplishments because they simply want more and more. Another reason is that they know they're not happy with what they have, which causes them a lot of stress and worry. They're just acting happy to get people's attention. Their relationships and accomplishments aren't interesting. They just seem to be. People who are narcissistic put in significant effort to hide their shame and suffering from others, and to conceal their true nature as well. In the end, they're unhappy, afraid, and embarrassed, and they dread it. No matter what they get, buy, or achieve, it never seems to be enough to get rid of their hidden bad feelings and feelings of being worthless. Last but not least, these are the 3 reasons why the narcissist hates you and would try to hurt or manipulate you no matter what you do to them. That's all I have for today. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you find this video informative. Please share your experience if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist in the comments section below. For future videos, consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon below the video. Thank you. Exposing what the narcissist does when you're not looking. In today's video, we're bringing to light what the narcissist will do behind your back when they think you're not looking. Greetings to each of you. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to join me today as I welcome you to yet another episode of Narcissist Exposed. Do all narcissists exhibit the same traits? Yes, to a certain extent. All they care about is their own interests. They're a little irritable, and they are constantly shifting the blame and changing the topic. For them, the only thing that matters is what they want and how they want it. As a result, individuals who care about them lose faith in them because they are unreliable, unappreciative, and mired in the past. These people are pretentious, sneering jerks who don't even believe it themselves. They're self-centered, spoiled brats who think they're above the law. They are masters of rationalization, victimization, and other sorts of psychological manipulation. They have little regard for their partner's devotion or respect when the disguise is removed. If I'm missing any, please let me know, and I'll add them to the list. But for the time being, let us stick to the subject at hand. You are not the only person who is puzzled over what it means when a narcissist says, "I want to be alone." This is something that narcissists might occasionally say to their lovers, friends, or family members. They would desire time for themselves, time for introspection, or simply a quiet space where they could be by themselves. It is vital to understand what a narcissist means when they say things like this, as well as what they typically do when they pretend to be alone. In addition, it is important to know how to respond when a narcissist says something like this. Because, in all honesty, narcissistic people despise being forced to spend time by themselves. This is the most straightforward explanation. It is necessary for them to engage in conversation with other people in order to fulfill what is known as their narcissistic supply. Because of this, narcissists have little choice except to utilize, manipulate, or deceive other people in order to accomplish what they set out to do. This can be accomplished in person, over the phone, or online. They have a tendency to take their partner and other loved ones for granted, and if they are perceived as a reliable source of supply, they may even resort to narcissistic abuse. Most of the time, they're uninterested and desire that things might be made more interesting by the participation of another individual or the occurrence of a different incident. As a consequence of this, they frequently disregard or forget about the people who are closest to them in order to concentrate on other matters. At this point, the narcissist might stop taking your calls, start ghosting you, beg for space, or aggressively push you out of the way in order to prioritize themselves. Alternately, they may engage in frequent conflict with you and place the blame for everything on your shoulders in an effort to make you feel guilty for pushing them away, or they may even convince you to concur with them that the two of you need to maintain a certain amount of physical separation from one another. Narcissists are incredibly intelligent people who are aware of a multitude of ways to acquire what they want without ever disclosing their intentions. This is how they are able to get what they want, by being extremely cunning. Nevertheless, you will be held accountable for anything that takes place. Regardless, if the narcissist is eventually given unrestricted latitude to express themselves, any negative outcomes are possible. To begin, it's possible that they enjoy solitude since it enables them to continue their addicted behaviors without being interrupted. This is a possibility. The compulsive need to engage in activities such as gambling, pornography, or even sexual activity are all manifestations of this. It's possible that drugs or video games are also playing a role in their behavior. Narcissists may also desire greater space in order to grow closer to another person. In point of fact, the narcissist takes great pleasure in exerting a great deal of time and effort in the pursuit of fresh sources of supply, which they then attempt to seduce. You can be sure that they will begin hunting for new resources as soon as they have exhausted all of the ones they now possess. Because narcissists feel the need to keep their choices open, it is not uncommon for them to have romantic or sexual relationships with multiple people at the same time. If you continue to take up time that they would rather spend with someone else, you can be sure that they will find a way to put off having that talk with you. One more justification for a narcissist's desire for solitude is the need to exact revenge. It's possible that you upset them, set boundaries for yourself, or called attention to an odd behavior pattern that they have. All of these things could be to blame. It's possible that any one of these things was the catalyst for this. They will, if they have the ability to do so, choose to be unavailable at a time when they were supposed to be helping you or simply being there for you in order to accomplish this goal. And if they have the ability to do so, they will. One of the reasons for this is that they are plotting things behind your back. Therefore, this is also a reason. When they have ill will against another person, narcissists transform into far more covert versions of themselves than they are normally. Because they do not want to put themselves in harm's way, they will not approach you unless they are certain of the means by which they could cause you harm. After that, they will return and act as if you are their closest friend in order to conceal their true motives. The third and final explanation is that they might have long-term plans to end their relationship with you and get rid of you for good. As a direct consequence of this, they abandon you in a state of limbo till they come back. It's what I refer to as a soft discard. They try to convince you that they have issues with themselves, that they are hopeless and don't know what to do with their lives, or that they are depressed so that you will believe them. The reason for this is that they do not disclose to you the fact that they would like to be with somebody else. Because narcissists are so focused on themselves and their needs, the only activities they do with their time are those that are advantageous to them. As I've mentioned before, the narcissist typically uses their time alone to engage in some sort of depraved activity or to concentrate their efforts on feeding their addictions. Even when they insist that they are not with anyone else, this is nonetheless the fact. They may choose to replace you with anybody they choose, be it a stranger, a relative, or even a child, someone who can supply additional supplies for the narcissist, depending on the circumstances. This replacement might be anyone they want. In a nutshell, narcissists are people who are completely preoccupied with themselves and care solely about their own success and the power it brings them. They devote their entire lives to finding new ways to divert attention away from themselves and the problems they cause. For now, that is all there is to say about this topic. It is a delight to have you with us today, and I do hope that you find the video to be of some use. Please feel free to share your experience in the comment space below if you have ever shared a home with a covert narcissist. Think about subscribing to our channel, and if you do, be sure to click the bell button so you may be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you. Exposing how the narcissist uses their tricks to control the one they love. Welcome to this week's episode of Narcissist Exposed. Thank you for clicking this video. Today, I want to talk about one of the most physically and emotionally demanding games a narcissist can play, and one of the most time-consuming. But first, I'd like to send you an invitation to contribute to the growth of this channel by forwarding this video to any of your friends or family members. The purpose of narcissistic games is to lure us into believing their lies and trap us in their web of deception, which is why we have to be aware of the games narcissists play. As long as you're with a narcissist, you're unlikely to hear or get anything good from them, except during the love-bombing phase. They also can never praise your achievements and even take them all for granted. Although they initially admire your physical beauty and accomplishments and seem to respect and admire these qualities in you, it's all just superficial. They will compliment your appearance and achievements only to gain your trust. Narcissists are the most miserable people on earth. Because narcissists don't want to feel stupid, unworthy or wrong, they make sure nothing can go wrong in their plan. Even though they know they're deceiving people, they still lie to achieve their goals. Therefore, they rarely achieve anything noteworthy enough to be considered a long-term achievement. What about when they make you question your identity? They make you feel guilty and ashamed for no reason. How many times have they done this to you? How many times have they publicly humiliated you in front of your friends and family? Do you remember when they disrespected you and made you feel bad and just wanted to find them and ask them what the hell you did wrong so you could put things right? Remember how you and your narcissistic partner are inseparable and how they make you feel like you're the center of their world. Narcissists try to impose power and influence on others in their immediate environment. The more people they can manage, the more efficient they will be. As a result, narcissists employ many strategies to keep their pantries well stocked. Making false promises and shaping the future are two ways they achieve this. Why is this so harmful? That's precisely the message I want to convey, and the background to why narcissists behave the way they do. To maintain motivation and hope, it's crucial to have a long-term goal or desire. The narcissist also wants to hear about your plans and objectives, and they will make sure everything is working. Narcissists, on the other hand, never want to know what you want in life and how they can help you get it. Such people are only obsessed with their importance. They will do everything they can to convince you that not only your dreams are impossible, but also make sure that they never come true. This is one of the most distorting aspects of the situation. To prevent your dreams from coming true, the narcissist needs to be able to take control of your plans and objectives, and control events and people. Narcissists want you to make an emotional investment in them, and what better way to do that than to get involved in your future? As an added attraction, your goals seem to be supported and established by others. Making a plan with a narcissist can lead to disappointment if you don't accept the fact that you will be the only one working toward your goals and desires. When narcissists want you to make plans with them or do things for them, the word "we" is their favorite because it makes them feel important. The narcissist will convince you that they care about your aspirations and dreams. However, your plans are never on their list, and they already have their set of plans in motion. A narcissist is only good at lip service. They'd brag about how much support you'd get from them. If they were there, they'd offer words of encouragement and support. It's not uncommon for them to do nothing unless explicitly asked to or instructed to do so. They would also try to convince you that their actions will help you achieve your long-term goals and desires. The narcissist, on the other hand, doesn't believe in or care about our hopes and dreams. They're only after power to exploit, abuse, and use us. Our well-being is not a concern of theirs. They don't give a rat's behind if our dreams come true or not. They are, however, eager to engage in dialogue with us to persuade us that they're on our side. They would entice us into making plans with them, just to disappoint us at every opportunity. If you have narcissistic family members, friends, or a love partner, you should also expect to be poorly treated by them. Dreams give us reason to hope, and narcissists know that if they can become a part of our dreams, we will become dependent on them or believe that we can't achieve our goals without their help. The risk of mistakenly putting one's hopes and aspirations in the hands of the narcissist is high because this is the place where other people's hopes and dreams die. The promises and plans they made with us, despite the pain and disappointment they caused, encourage us to believe that there's still hope or that it's worthwhile to put up with their behavior for the sake of a brighter future. The narcissist reaps the benefits of this arrangement since it works in their favor. Because the narcissist has no intention of helping you achieve your dreams, they will fabricate everything they say to you. There is no hope that they will provide you with the bright and cheerful future you envisioned for your life. The narcissist will only engage in activities that benefit them, and your dreams will never come true unless you can discover how they'll benefit from your accomplishments without putting in any effort on their part. Narcissists play cruel games like pretending to care about other people's hopes and dreams, making empty promises about the future, and showing genuine desire to see those hopes and dreams come true. They obliterate not only your present but your future as well. When we continue to believe that the narcissist cares about us, we're wasting time that we will never be able to return. The stress of putting up with the narcissist's lies, abuse, and disappointments wears us down physically and mentally over time. The consequences can be devastating for those who have confided in narcissists and remain in a relationship with them. Many of us have been victimized before by a narcissist, and the most efficient way to protect yourself from being victimized again is to avoid building close ties with them. Once you've realized that a person has narcissistic tendencies, you should never confide in them again. Please don't reveal any of your ideas, dreams, or secrets to them. It would be best if you protected your goals and plans for the future to yourself, as they'll most definitely steal your ideas and accomplishments. That's all there is to say about today's video. If you find this video useful, please share it in any manner you can and don't forget to click the like button below. Consider subscribing to our channel and click the bell icon to be notified of our subsequent videos. Thank you. Your attention and time are much appreciated as always.